Well, we're live here now. Got a bit of a setup. And we're just getting things rolling. There we go. Cool, well hopefully this works. This is first time we are testing it out. And I'm also just going to throw on the TikTok for a little bit, just so that we're getting this whole thing real time. So let's try this out. We are giving this a whirl here for live streaming so many different things. So, and I'm going to give these guys a little bit of an upper angle, and then we're going to get right into it. So let's see. Tighten that up. And yeah, we're crafting this ship. I'm also recording it for YouTube so that we can have the whole thing. And also, if you are just popping on here, this is getting streamed on YouTube. So feel free to check it out there. But we've got some progress on this, a bunch of stuff. As you can see here, I have printed off some cannons, so that's going to be fun. And we got the sails coming together. I figured out a way to actually make this, to make these pieces round with a little bit of a jig. So I could show you here actually. What I did was, and I got a bunch of stuff there. What I did was, I actually took a piece of foam like this, and I put these little caps. So I made these caps out of just thick cardstock. And what you do is you put one size on one end and one size on the other, and you actually just use your hot wire tool to carve them out, and you actually get the tapered. Now you use the next size for the next one, and you kind of go up all the way down. And hey, what's up? That's how you get. That's how you get them. That's how you get the tapered poles. And then I put a little bit of like banding on them so that you kind of cover up that seam. You can get it pretty good. I got it actually pretty good on the second one, but I actually liked the way the banding looked. So yeah, and of course had to be magnetized because that's just fun. And also if you wanted to be able to see, you know, without the masts, you can snap those on and off. And yeah, so I've also got some things printed off. So I'm going to be working on some cannon stuff and some little things, maybe testing out some masts and stuff. How long is it taking? I don't know how long this is taking. It's taking quite a while. But we also got some minis ready. This is a giant skeleton cannon guy. There's more to come. I've got some ghost pirates, and I also got some other captain. The captain right here. So, you know, we've got a bunch of different characters that we're gonna get on this thing. So, yeah, did you print the figures? Yeah, I print the figures. So I print all of my minis. I think, like I said, I've only ever bought one mini. So, yeah, it's pretty fun. So, I think there's a lookout tower at the top of one of the poles. Yeah, we're definitely gonna have a lookout tower. Well, lookout like a crow's nest. I was like, I could work on that today too, but I thought it'd be fun because we had these cannons. I wanted to just see what it's like to start putting some portholes, and then obviously, you know, getting them in. And I think, I mean, I can always print more, but I think what I'm gonna have is have a nice 1, 2, 3, like I guess, yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4, right along the nice here, 1 for each gap, and then 2 on the deck per side. So, what's up, Kevin? I'm just live on YouTube as well, so this is pretty fun. I got a lot of things live right now. Yeah. So anyway, I think we're gonna dive right into it. I just threw these guys on there just to see what it would look like. Oh, thanks for the fire. Yeah. Time for. I'm gonna try and keep up with all the comments. But yeah. So I think what I'm gonna start is just diving right into it, and we'll. Well, those masts aren't doing a problem. What I think, and I don't know, I think 3 cannons might crowd this spot a little bit, especially because I want to put like a middle deck where you can like get down. Looks awesome. Oh, thank you. So I think we're just gonna start, and I'll definitely start with the bottom one. So let's pop this open here, and I'm just gonna set it aside because we don't need him. I'll find a spot for him. There we go. So putting in cannon holes is going to be interesting. So we're just going to start literally cutting port, and they need like shutter holes and all that kind of stuff, right? So it should be fun. All right, here we go. Yeah, it's all just foam. It's all just XPS foam. So where we want that, looks like we want it on the second board down. So right about there. Let's go ahead and snip a little hole there. There we go. First cannon hole. Ah, come on. Let's get a little bit of glue there. Here we go. Alright, already looks like a pirate. Cannons. And then they'll have like, I'll have to make little, little stands for them. Oh, thank you. Yeah, it's coming along. I think everyone. What do I use for the cannons? I 3D printed them. And as far as like materials go, you can use whatever like kind of insulation foam is in your area. I know in Europe they have like a green foam that they use. So yeah, it's pretty much whatever you can get your hands on, kind of. And I've heard the green stuff is actually way better, and our Canadian stuff is subpar. But all right, pop a hole, and we could probably even use these for the shutter covers if we wanted to keep them per hole, and we can just glue them on kind of up as shutters for the cannon holes. What's a pirate ship without cannons? You have some barrels inside, a bit of tea. Oh yeah, there's gonna be all kinds of stuff. We've got to add like the mast, the bases come through here. We got to add the stairs down on the second piece, windows. There's lots of detail to go into. We basically got like the basic structure here. So yeah, I'm just gonna keep cutting holes here. There we go. And just keep those. And then the last one. Oh. There we go. I think that's pretty cool. Yeah. Alright, so let's do it for the other side. Oopsies. I think that looks like a good amount. I mean, we can add, like, we can always print off more and make more, but. So what do we say, 2 down? That was the sweet spot. There we go. There we go. And in them cannon holes. Ooh. Like I said, we can use these just for the flaps. So there we go. Let's grab our other cannons. Like I said, I'm live on YouTube right now too, so if you want to get even a better angle, you can definitely check out definitely check out my YouTube channel. So, all right. Well, cool. Let's see here. So we could add, I think I want to like permanently have the shutters up and open. And now it's just a matter of whether we want to like hardcore frame them in or not. And I kind of like just putting them up like that. We could add a trim on it. It's a lot of finicky, but you know, you can, and maybe it would be good to frame in each portal hole. So, I think, oh, what's up? What's up, Summer? So, let's get to that. And that's finicky work, actually, though. So I want to make sure this is mildly entertaining. Let's see what it looks like with this. So let's attach that up. And you can see here, that's looking pretty cool. Now, how we want to add these in, it might be just a cut down, just because we just might cut right into the edge here. But before I do these top ones, I'm going to put on a center piece here, so that, yeah. Oh, sweet. Hey, Jade, you're on YouTube. Sweet. Yeah, I'm live on TikTok and YouTube at the same time, dual streaming. So I'm gonna want to make I want to make this kind of like wooden box because, and I'll pencil it out for you here. I think so. It's gonna be like basically the stairs down, and let's see here. We want kind of this area here a bit. I think that's probably good. To be the area which kind of raises up and then kind of goes down. It's a bit like I don't know what you call it, a hull. You're on both. Wow, well, amazing. Yeah, so this is kind of the area we want to go for. I want to raise it up just a little bit. I don't want it to go too high, probably just that high. And then I want to put like a grid kind of on it, so you know, you kind of open the hatch and go down, and then it's going to have just like stairs going down. So, and then we'll have to build stairs and stuff. So let's grab some wood here. And I've got a couple of spare pieces here, and this might be easier without the masts, so we just pop those off. And you know, I'm loving the size of everything. It's looking pretty sweet. Cannons are looking good. Everybody's up on the deck, and then that's a good spot to go down. So always checking your size with that. All right, so let's just start gluing on here. And I'm probably gonna have to just commit and cut in here, cut a hole through my through the deck. It's gonna be a real commitment here, but I think we should just do it. So we're just going to, and that's enough space to get through there. I was like, make it just a touch shorter, actually. And there is our hatch. Whoa! Pretty cool. Alright, and we could actually even use this piece, so. There you go, huge hole in the middle, everything you get lowered down. Yeah, exactly. So, I like the size of this hole. I mean, technically it's like 10 feet wide by, well, it's almost like 10 by 10, probably 10 by 12 foot hole. So I feel like that's a good amount. And we could actually probably even, so I want to just lift it up a little bit, have a nice little lip on it to bring it up, and we could use this as the lid if we want to be able to, like, it's probably gonna swing up like this. And then, so if this was here, it would swing up so that you can get in. So we're going to want to have a hinge. And actually, this is a good spot because I was thinking I was going to experiment with this new theory I came up for. Everyone's like, hey, you should have working doors. And I was like, well, you know what? Maybe I should. So I have this theory of using toothpicks as the hinges and then using cardstock as the hinge. So I'm going to grab a little scrap of some cardstock here. And we're going to try some magnets. Going to try some stuff out here. So if we take just a thin strip of this and we roll it around the toothpick. Then you can see there that this would act as a hinge, and that's a nice thin little piece of whatever there. So we just want, we want just a little overlap, and then you can paint it all metal and whatever, right? So all right, we are going to just put a little dab of glue right on the edge. And you know what, we could even slip the toothpick in because we don't want to make it too small. And there we go. We've got a kind of hinge, and then you can attach these to like either that and then attach the wood to the whatever, or vice versa, but you attach wood to one and the other to the other, and wham bam kablam, you've got yourself a hinge. That, like an actual working hinge. You know? I thought it would work pretty well, so we're about to see. I mean, I'm sure you could use like crazy glue or something else that's like, this hot glue is a little bulky, but I'm making it work. And the key is just don't let it get stuck to the toothpick. So you just keep spinning it around so it doesn't get stuck. And I don't know if that worked entirely, but kind of worked. And you know what? You can actually attach that with glue to the other thing, so I think it worked. There we go. Oh yeah, check out the YouTube. Yeah, okay, so we're going to attach this, and actually this toothpick is going to work out well for the length of this deck board here. So I'm actually going to give this a whirl here. And I'm going to attach the hinges to this thing, and we're gonna try it out here. We're just gonna try some things out. I have no idea. I'm winging this. So let's grab our piece here. We'll take the cans off for now because we got to figure out this main thing here. And let's cut that there. Start to build our little kind of raised box area. There we go. We dropped it down in the second level. And we dropped our guy into the second level. He went into the hull. He needed to cool off. Alright, so that's right. Alright, so we just got to duplicate those pieces. We've got some spare little wood scraps from the hull. We're just going to chop up. I've also got some other things that I wanted to mess around with as far as like how ropes and sails and stuff like that go, because all of this is going to be interesting. Goes right to there. That piece goes along there. Okay, so that's how it goes there. Glue pieces on like that. raise the volume. Oh yeah. Whoops. See if I can line out. I'll have to let me know if that works. Tried to up the volume. Alright, so let's attach these. We're going to square this thing off. Oh. And there we go. That's going to go right in there. Nice. Okay, that's looking good. Now, just to clean up those edges, we can grab our hot wire cutter, and just touch the ends. So you can see how that wood just needs a little bit. It's heating up there. Just give it a minute to heat up. There we go. And I just kind of rough up the edge of the board so that when you paint it, it looks a little bit more like the end of a wood and less like foam. And there we go. Help it glue a little bit. Keep that away from your build because that will really mess things up. Okay, I like that. I like that. Now this piece is going to sit right on there, but I think what we can do is actually just add a little bit of a lip to cover up kind of some of that untextured area there. So let's just glue that down. So just going to run. There we go. There we go. There we go. Square it up a little bit. All right. There. Hard to hear me on YouTube. Interesting. Okay. Let me poke at some settings here. My video capture. It might only be coming through one side of mono. Maybe that's what it is. This is my first time. So let's see if I can pan it over. It's not giving me much options here. Huh. Maybe that'll help. Let me know, but as usual, they have mute on YouTube just to see another view. All right, well, hopefully that works. I might have to get a better miking situation than if this one is being really dumb. But anyway, I've got like a woo. That's a bump. Get it lined up. Sorry, bumped the camera. Make sure that's. There we go. All right. Okay. So, we're trying out these hinges. So. All the hearts. All right, let's try out these hinges here. But first, let's wrap this thing in some of this, just to clean it up a bit. And we could, I've seen it where they have like the grate, grate, whatever you want to call it, on the top. And actually, I think I might like that. I mean, this could work as backup, but let's try this out first. So let's just get some 45-degree angles here for our little piece of whatever. And I want it to run kind of Not right on. I want a little bit of a lip on it, but you know, just a little bit of a, so it overhangs a little bit, but still has the inside, and then we'll put the grid on the inside of that. So we're just going to cut 2 pieces of this. So these are the length pieces. And then, of course, let's get, and this might actually just work perfectly amount-wise. There we go. So, there we go. And now let's cut 2 of these. And if I can help and move my YouTube mic in a little closer. Good, that's not messing any shot up. I got a lot of gear hanging around me. Just trying to make sure not to bump it. All right, so we've got these pieces here. Let's put them all together. Long ones to short. There we go. We're gonna make the hatch. There we go. So I have this stuff that I found. This like, I think it's for like rug hooking. But I thought it would be good work for, like, I don't know, rope stuff and things you can put around. Oh, thanks so much. Appreciate that. But yeah, so just finding like random things. I was like, I want to put together a video of just like random things I found at the dollar store that you can make into miniature stuff. Nate Quiring, hey, what's up? Hopefully the volume's all right now. I got the mic a little bit closer. It's a shotgun mic, so I had high hopes. Yeah. So we're just putting the frame for our hatch to the hull, or whatever you call like the basement area. All right. So, and I think that's pretty good. And let's just see what that looks like with these here. Nice. That's pretty good. I like that. See, we're starting to add some detail. It's getting fun. Now, let's grab that. So we've got a couple of mesh options. Like I said, I found this granny grid at the dollar store, and I thought this would be cool stuff to use for well, things like bars or windows or anything, but it actually might work out really well for making like a little piece of squared grid there. I also have, let's see, I'm trying to remember where I put it, but I have some other mesh stuff that might work. That might work as well. Oh, and I probably put it, yeah, here we go. And so there's this stuff, so it's like rug hooking stuff, which kind of looks like ropey. I like this. This looks ropey. And like maybe we could use this for, you know, those things that they climb up. The rope thing, the rope access. I don't know how we'd have to like bunch it up so that it like properly came down, but this could have some definite uses for this whole build here. So let's do it. So for this first piece, we're definitely going to use it for this first piece. So let's just go ahead, and that looks, I mean, I'm freaking loving that already. Let's line that up to some degree. I think that looks pretty good. So let's cut it on here. Oh, this is tough stuff. I probably have to. Ooh, these magnets are driving me nuts. I gotta get rid of them. There we go. All right, where are we cutting here? Right here. Cutting like a monkey. All right, and because you have to have enough to glue onto it. All right, I think this is good. Anyway, I mean, we got lots of it, so we can mess around. There we go. All right. Take that away. So let's put this on the bottom there, and we can just go ahead. This side doesn't really show too much, so we can just glue her down. Yeah. Oh, come on. Dispense some glue for me. And then let me slide that a bit so that it kind of gets pasted in there. Now we're going to let that cool. And that looks pretty cool, huh? I'm liking that. I'm liking that. I disappeared off of TikTok. Oh, battery light came up. Sorry, guys. My phone's almost out of battery, so I'll tell everybody on TikTok to head over to my oh, I touched the back. All right, head over to my YouTube, because that is where the live stream will forever continue, and that's where it lives. So if you're hopping in and you're wondering, hey, I missed part of your live, no fear, it's all on the YouTubes now. All right, so we're gonna attach this hinge here, and this is nice because we can kind of just attach it under the lid there. It's gonna rock up like that. It's gonna be sweet. So that's still drying. We've got this toothpick with these two little paper, literally cardstock hinges. You could probably even just use straight up paper for these. I'm gonna cut off the ends of this toothpick here. And one way to do like skewer stuff I found is actually just using your knife, rolling it along, and it makes a crease. Then you just snap it off. Perfect snap. I know. New to D&D, your peeps plan. As you travel this here. Moving boards? No, usually it's pretty stationary. I don't move things around on them. Yeah, it's kind of the scene that we just set up. Alright, so that's good there. So we can... I'm going to put these on here. And actually, I don't need to put those on there yet. I just need to know where they're going to go. And we're just going to glue them on. Bada bing, bada boom. I mean, it might not be bad to have that thing there through the holes, but let's give it a whirl here. Alright, we're going to glue it on. One hinge right there. And I'm gluing right on the seam of them so that it helps reinforce where they're going. And then I'm just going to grab my toothpick to make sure that it can... There we go. That is how you make a hinge. A working hinge. Fun, 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 fun. Alright, well that's getting dry. Let that dry, and then all we're going to do is just glue that wooden toothpick and get rid of that string there. We're just going to glue the toothpick to the actual edge of here. And I might have mistimed it. I might have actually needed to put those farther on the edge. So let's see how far we can stretch them here. Oh, that one popped off. Okay. Let's see if I can roll out. I didn't realize I had to put these hinges right on the edge. So I might end up wrecking that one. That's fine. The experiment worked. Actually, I'm just gonna make two new ones here. All it is just a little strip of cardstock wrapped around a toothpick and then glued. So yeah, it's really coming together. Yeah, I'm pretty happy with this thing. And it's got a lot of like fun little things to it that I didn't know would, like, there's just a lot of new techniques I'm experimenting with a ship build. You know, things like, you're like, yeah, you know how to build a house. You kind of get the vibe for, you know, how doors, how windows, how shingles. You know, you might try a new thing, but like this ship had a lot of new techniques on it. The toothpick railings and the getting like the hull skeleton to work and having to figure out how to make masts and all kinds of stuff, and this trap door thing. Yeah, it's a lot of fun, a lot of experimentation going on here, so a lot of fun learning. So let's get this hinge, because I really want to see this thing in action. All right. Go. Hello, Ava. Sorry if I'm not getting to everybody's comments. Hello, Data Bold. I try to say people's usernames. Oh, that didn't work. Come on, work with me here. I'm trying to make something cool. There we go. You roll it around. Make sure the toothpick's not stuck. I have an impediment. There we go. All right, back to where we were. Now, edge. Keep it to the edge, pal. Yeah, keep it to the edge. So we're just going to put a little there and a little there. Stick our hinges right on the edge this time so that they don't interfere with things. Make sure our toothpick slides through nicely. Nice. And then that attaches properly. There we go. Toothpick. I did mean that. There we go. All right. So let's attach. So all I have to do now is just hot glue this stick in the center to the frame there, and I'm gonna just quickly texture the top of this here. There we go. And now we can glue this thing on. So I'm just gonna put a little bit of glue on the edge of this toothpick, kind of roll it a little bit in and see if I can get that right on the edge there. And ooh, hold it there a little bit. This is our first attempt at a paper hinge door type thing. A working door. So I'm going to let it dry a bit because I don't want to close it and have it go. Okay, I was a bit more heavy. Oh, well, if you missed anything, I'm on YouTube, live on YouTube, so this will get posted, and yeah, so if you missed anything, we will be back. All right, well, there you go. Working door trap thing, and I can reinforce it there a little bit by looked a little loose on the one end, but you want to make sure that you don't touch the paper, so you want to make sure those are loose because that's the whole hinge thing there. Hi Amaya, did I get it right? I do try to read the comments every while here, but this does take some concentration. Now, for things like a little door, like a latch on that, I can show you. Again, these are some. Oops, sorry. YouTube's getting a big shot of my face here. Let's grab some wire here. That seems about right. We're gonna be probably doing like a pile of these loop things because ships just have piles of loops everywhere. Little metal, you know, metal things for rope. So let's. I have to show you a bunch of these, but these are the same techniques I use for my door handles and things like that. So I'm just gonna grab a little piece of wire here, and my these are just pliers or whatever, and we're gonna end up just bending it around and just trying to make a loop out of it. And come on. So yeah, I think I probably could have gone for a bigger loop, but all you have, that's pretty much it. Is just, and actually I could probably just make a bigger loop by, oops, going around like that. And then that's a nice size loop. You just go in. Be careful. And then just tighten those ends up. It's basically, if you ever seen people that make chain link, it's the same idea. So just bend it into a loop there. See if I can't smooth out that link there. There we go. And that could be our little latch to pull up the trapdoor. Yeah. All right, so let's make one more loop to attach it, and this one I'm gonna do just a regular, actually we'll just do it right off the thing here. Just a U-link, so just bend it in half there, snip it off, and then we're gonna just hook that and drive that right into there. And I might have to trim this up because our lid isn't horribly deep, so let's put that right in there. Let's pop it through. Come on. Oh, we got that glue on the other side. That's right. All right, but that works out because we can just then secure this by putting a little bit of glue on this side of things. There we go. And we just make sure that's in there. Cool it down with my fingy. There we go. And we've got a little latch trap. Now, I could probably get like a little magnet in there so that it just stays nice and tight. I'll figure that out later. You know, it's probably just like due to hinge height, but I like that. I think that's pretty cool. So we can open that up, get to your basement, and then like stairs, or like we could do like the rope. I've seen them do the rope, but I think I probably want to do a nice set of stairs into the basement of this thing. And my puppy wants attention. Hi, Sal. Puppy Sal. Hi, Sully. Yeah. See, this is Puppy Sal. Yeah, look up. Yeah. He wants to build a ship. All right. So, all right, what are we doing here? We've got the latch now. We want to do stairs. I kind of wanted to mess around just for a sec. Like I said, today's a little bit of a testing day. I have some cheesecloth somewhere. I just have to remember where I put it. Here we go. And I thought this could be fun sails because it's light. I mean, I could use real fabric, just straight up some fabric, but this has a nice, like, kind of, I don't know, raggedy vibe. So if we wanted to go for our kind of like the haunted ship type deal, this would be the way to do it. So if we kind of had, whoo, you know, could be fun. So let's just, we're just experimenting. So let's get a couple of these things out of the way. And let's just like cut a sail, see what happens. We got lots of this stuff, it's super cheap. You can fray it, you can stain it, do some things with it, make it look weathered. Maybe like marker on a little skull or something because it's a pirate ship. And, alright. Oops, bump into my light there. So, let's see what we got here. Now these aren't secured either, these pieces there, and so I gave myself a little bit of room to bunch it up a bit. And that's definitely going to be fun. Have that hang. Now I know some people like on them they bunch them up and they have it as if the sails are up. I didn't like that. I really like when a ship's like sails are down. And I know when you're playing with this for D&D or whatever tabletop game you're playing, that kind of like hinders the visibility. But that's why I made it so that you can just pop the whole mast off. So if you're really worried about like, hey, I can't see what's going on, their sails are in the way, it's like, well, okay, you can just take them off and you can play your turn or whatever. But then when it's like either a showpiece or you're fine with the visibility, then you have that. So I'm just going to do a quick test here. I want to see what it looks like if I take this Sharpie here and just try to do some kind of, I don't know, we'll see here. Make some kind of design on it. It's got a stylistic vibe to it, I think here. Does that look like a? I'm not gonna fill it in very well here, but this is worth a shot just to see. Because maybe I could like paint it on or stain it on, or maybe there's a way to like blend it a little bit better. But this is just a test, so let's see what we can come up with. And I guess traditionally it would have like the big, you know, crawl spoons. Oh, that's pretty big, but whatever. Yeah, we're just trying. I mean, what? It's cheesecloth. Come on. You know, if it looks haggardy, that's what we're going for. All right. That's kind of cool. Huh? What do we think? It's kind of cool. A little bit. All right. Well, now I got to figure out how I want to attach these poles, and if I want to like actually, I want to rough these poles up a little bit. I literally just twined them on, so they're like just kind of hanging there. So, you know, how far up and what, you know, like our main sail, we could bring it up a bit here if this is going to hang down a little bit. Let's see here. If we're going to hang it there, because this is like one full sail. I don't know how high. I might have made this one a little bit big, so we can roll this up. And I don't know, maybe we could even do like you just roll it up on the stick and that will glue it, and then we just go from there, you know. Maybe check a reference photo. Yeah, maybe. I know they got like the ties to the sides and stuff like that. You know what? I got a lot of these sticks and I got a lot of these cheesecloths, so hoorah, let's roll. I'm gonna just let's see here. I think what I want to do is actually just like, I'll scuff this thing up a little bit, chunk it up, just so that it doesn't look like a perfect spiral. Give it some good old notches, and then, you know, you can even taper it on the edge. You could use a piece of sandpaper or something like that. I'm lazy, so we'll just carve it up a little bit. Taper on the ends. There we go. There we go. Sure, that'll work. And let's just lay some hot glue right down there. Put it right on the edge. And you know what, let's scrunch it up a little bit. I like that. Let's scrunch it up right on the corners. There we go. Get that nice in there. And then you just roll it a little. And we could put a little bit more glue, maybe trim off some of this extra fabric. And then just go healthy with this side so that sticks. Oh, there we go. I'm down to low battery on my TikTok, so I'm gonna lose that soon. Yeah, I'm going till the phone dies, so if I randomly just cut out, the phone died. It's low on battery here, and if you want to watch, I'm on YouTube right now. So that is fun. And then we can add ropes and stuff like that. We can add like the second dowel. I'm just going to sweep all these little shavings away here. And you know, what I've been using is just dollar store twine, and we can like twine up a bunch of like really fun things. I was even thinking if we wanted to make it billow, we could add a little bit of glue into it, and then you know, mold it into kind of what we're thinking for sailing or whatever. So there we go. Okay, well, this is fun. I don't know if I'm gonna keep rolling with this one because like I said, we're just like kind of testing out some ideas. Might do like a shorter sail here, and then we also want to put up the mast area. But anyway, this was a fun experiment just to see what it kind of would look like to have a sail on there. So, all right, we're all over the place with these, and we're gonna continue to be all over because it's fun, and I'm crazy. So, where do we want to put these cannons? I think we're gonna want one there and probably one there. Do we want to space them like on top of those ones? I think that'd be good. That way they line up nicely with the cannon holes. So let's just go ahead and start chopping into our design here. And we're just going to make a nice little squared off, try to make it look the same as the other one. Again, we can always make it bigger if it's not big enough. Come on. There we go. Pew pew pew. Alright. Oopsies. Alright, so we're going to do the same thing here. There we go. I think that worked out great. It's going to look good. Now, I could probably just like pop off the cap for this and lower it because it's going to be the exact size we need to put right in there. So I think I'm going to do that. And that doesn't really, that's still good for kaboom because we've still got to get the bases on the cannons. So I'm going to do the same thing for this one. Just slice off that part. There we go. Don't need those. Grab our hot glue. Glue those caps back on. Pretty. Oh, she might be the Black Pearl. So much work. Yeah, it is a lot of work, but it is a lot of fun. It is a lot of fun. And we got some spillage. Whisk that away. And we got 2 new cannon slots. Boom, boom. I like it. And we've got this working hatch. Fun. And removable sails. This is coming together. I know we probably should put some railing on here. I had some extra toothpicks here that I chopped up to add for railing around here because, you know, you gotta have railing around any spot that has open to ground. And yeah, they're gonna have to compensate for the fact that the mast is removable. Was that your Irish accent? I don't know. I was just thinking of the Black Pearl. I'm not saying anything about accents or anything about anything. I've learned my lesson. But yeah, the railing's all just toothpicks, so I want to slap that on there. Next thing I probably want to get is the captain's door. That would be a good one to get done up, to kind of finish up what the whole thing is looking like. Again, if TikTok dies here, I'm on YouTube. So, shout out to anybody who says, what the heck? Check out my YouTube, live on the YouTube. Alright, I think we only needed, it was like 3 railings per side, right? Unless I don't have things perfectly centered, it might not, but yeah, it might be a touch off. That's fine. You live and you learn. I've been winging this entire build. I'm not gonna start fretting now. There we go. I mean, if we really wanted to balance it out, we could just throw another quick one there too. Put this one in just a little bit tighter. Yeah, see? Perfect. And that is how it's done. There we go. Farm. Yeah, I have no idea what that accent was. It was my impression of the captain of not Jack Sparrow, the Black Pearl, whatever, Blackbeard. That was my impression of Blackbeard. The Black Pearl. So it's literally non-denominational. All right. So we're gonna slap on some railing here. So I was thinking about how to make a pirate ship, like a steering wheel, like the steering wheel for the ship. And I was thinking the beads idea would be not a bad idea. I think that could work. All right. There we go. It's gonna be fun once we get all the ropes and Barbosa. There we go, Barbosa. Could be. We do have a bunch of undead pirates ready for this guy. Alright, we got the railing on. Nice and quick. Alright. Ship is making some great progress here. Okay, so let's take a look at our deck situation here. So that comes off. That looks good. Snaps on nice. Got spots for our cannon. We're going to frame in those holes, but we're going to do that later because it's boring. We got all our cannons. Take off our little dude because now captain's quarters. Oh, we got one more cannon there. Captain's quarters And let's whip this around here so that we can see into here. And you know what? I'm just going to grab a phone charger. Phone charger. So hopefully I don't lose the live. Should have thought about this before. Is that not charging for me? Sorry, just getting a charger in. Why is it not charging? Huh. I don't think my charger's working. Bummer. Alright, well, sorry guys. I tried, but it looks like my charger's not working, so I'll live stream till I die. Anyway, you can catch me on YouTube, so if anyone's wondering, I'll be on YouTube because apparently my phone charger doesn't work, so very sorry. Alright, so I'm going to pencil in where we want the doors, which is right down the center here. And we want a double door access, so I think I'm going to do right along these boards here and here. And do a nice 50-50 door cut. So let's just dive right in. Start hacking. I'm just gonna pop. And you know, let's just double check the height. But I think that's good. Yep, it's perfect. Perfect. Cut. And then right across. I know everybody saw in the update videos, they're like, oh my gosh, where's the captain's door? It's like, details are coming, my friends. But it's a lot easier to cut these out than to build them in already in. So, alright. There we go. Yeah, if I could join me on YouTube. Alright, now we just gotta cut the bottom here. This is a bit interesting. It's gonna be slightly angled. Let's see if we can get it here. Yeah, well, that's pretty close. And boom. Alright. Door is out. Captain's quarters. Right there. Now let's lose the masts for a little because they're flopping around. And is the YouTube behind? Hopefully, it looks like it's on course from what I can see. Clean it up there. We're going to be putting on door stops and stuff in there. Alright. There we go. Clean up that frame there. We're going to have to put little steps up. No worries though. Fun. Yeah. All right. Let's get some stairs in there. So we've got this piece here. Not quite the right height, but we'll get it the right height. Some fun little minis though I got going on. This is a skeleton captain pirate foot on a barrel. It's gonna be a fun one. A little ghost pirate here too, flying around. But I gotta move these guys off of my procs. So I'm here to make a quick cut. And yeah, sorry guys, my phone isn't charging. So if you want to check me out, I'll be on the live on the YouTube. So, all right. Let's see about this. Gonna make just some quick little stairs. We can actually probably want a little bit longer than that. So let's grab. Actually, I was wondering when I was going to use this block. We can trim this down. So I want it to match the height here. So I just make a little mark there, and that's where I'm going to cut that down on the old prox out for a nice straight cut. There we go. And that's going to line up right there. It's got a bit of an angle on the actual deck board there, so we're just going to cut along there a little. Get that nice tight fit. And then just mark out there. Eyeball cut. There we go. Alright, so that goes there, and then we can have these stairs come up just a little bit slower, so probably right like that. There we go. And you know what? I'll just do this one by hand. Do one step. It's going to be a two-step up. And cut it right in half. We're not going to cut all the way through. Nice step up. And that's going to be a nice little stairs there. I'm wondering if I'm getting complaints about the sound, but I have a mic set up, so I don't know if it's capturing properly here. I can try to. I'm wondering if it's pulling audio from something like my cam instead of my mobile interface. So let me just try something quick here. I can pull from the cam, so this is from the webcam, so let me know if that's better. Sorry about the sound quality then. Yeah. Sounds great. Oh, I'm live on YouTube right now, so I think probably this is the first time I'm streaming on like YouTube, so if you ever miss part of this live, I have been living the creation of this on YouTube, so you can catch it there. So I'm going to want a nice big step there, so let's grab some of this, and I'm wondering, it's going to need to be thicker. Let's grab a little piece of this and let's trim it down. A thin piece of this. And actually, we're going to need to texture this a little bit. Yeah, I'm just going to texture the whole thing. We're just adding that wood texture that we've done for every other piece of this thing, so yeah. And then it'll be on to making doors, and the doors I want with windows, because that's classic pirate, you know. cabin doors have those windows on them. So got some ideas for that. Threw a couple of knot holes in there. Now I'm just going to trim it down real thin on the old Proxani. Ooh, whoops, that got way too thick. Alright, here we go, we try it again. There we go. Alright, so I wanted a nice thin piece because I don't want it to be too much of a lip. So let's cut now. Let's just make sure that's the, yep, pretty much perfect width. So I'm just going to measure out and eyeball cut, because that's going to go right on there, and that's going to lay into there, into the door frame a little bit. There we go. So that's going to get us a nice wood texture. So better than echoes and louder too. All right, well, hey, I was trying to use my shotgun mic, but I guess I need to test that out a little bit better. All right, so we got a nice trim there. That's gonna fit right over there, so we're gonna hide that little bit there, and we're gonna texture the side, put a piece on there, and call it a day for these stairs here. So let's get it. There we go. Just texture up the sides a bit. And now we need just, and you know what, we'll probably just use this stuff too to cover these stairs. Yeah, it might have been a bit thin. I did that so that it wouldn't interfere with the door frame too much, but now that this is on the stairs, we can just grab a regular piece of wood here, which apparently is not thick enough. Ugh. Alright, well, let me just texture up just a little piece quick. Yeah, sure. There we go, no problem. A few knots. Send it through the Proxon. Alright. There we go. Trim to size. There we go. And let's just see how big we need to make it. And there. A couple of notches. Here we go, and I forgot about the front of this thing. Here we go. I don't know how my phone is lasting this long. I'm live on YouTube if you want to keep watching. Much better angle, and no fear of my phone dying. So I'm going to glue that on. Now, I didn't think about is the fact that this whole thing comes off. So I'm going to have to deal with that. So I don't know how many of you have seen the updates on this thing, but this whole piece comes up and off, and those attach there. So I'm gonna have to figure out a way to do that. We're gonna be learning, and it might just be the fact that I have to cut this off. And I think what I'm gonna do, actually do is I'm gonna glue it to both, and then I'm just going to cut. So I'm actually just going to glue this down onto both pieces and start with this first piece. I'm going to start by putting that on there, and then that little bit of overhang is going to go right there, but then we're just going to cut it, and it's going to be great. It's going to be freaking great. Yeah. Or we could, yeah. Or I could do this actually. How about that? And then we're gonna just glue that in there. Oops, sorry about the bump. Sorry about that. And make sure this lines up with that. Yep. So that's going right in. On top of that. Come on, work with me a little here. There we go. Cover that spot up real nice so it doesn't look like anything. This is going to look great. Perfect. Now, we just have to glue this down. And I think you probably need to texture that just a touch. There we go. Alright, let's glue this. Let's glue this down. There we go. Nice. Okay, so we can still pull the whole piece right off and click it right back on, lines up. Beautiful. Alright, and then we can get our captain's quarters top. That works nicely there. And now we just have to make doors for this thing. So that is going to be fun. Now I want to just see here what I have for doors lying around right now, because I have these ones, but I don't think that's going to work right. And I was wondering if I should like sculpt, whether I should like sculpt doors for this thing, or I could just craft them. So I could sculpt some super sculpey or something like that. But let's say we don't do that. Let's say we just get a piece of styrofoam and see what we can do. Alright, so let's pop this back off because we actually don't need him. And what happened in my year of absence? Great question from YouTube there. My year of absence, gosh, a lot. So I got married, I moved, I also, I got the whole thing, a house, a dog, and a wife, and COVID. So, but all of that considered, that's kind of what happened to me. So, all amazing things, but just my focus. But now I'm getting back into it, as you can see, and I'm loving it. So, yeah. I am just trimming up a block here I want to use for the door. And what I'm going to do is, actually, I'm just going to put that in front, and I'm going to grab a pencil, and I'm going to just trace it out. And that's what I'm going to use to cut. There we go, and we're going to cut this down thinner so it's not as thick. And I think we're going to try the paper hinge method, which I hadn't seen anywhere else before. Let me know if somebody else is doing it. But I have never heard of somebody doing it. I just tried it out. It's probably common knowledge, but yeah. Missed. Oh, TikTok died. Yep, sorry guys. Hopefully everyone came over from TikTok, but if not, yeah. Marriage, house, dog, life, COVID. So those are the things that why I was absent. But we're back, and we're having fun. So look at that. That is a perfect fit. I'm going to grab a battery recharge here. And see if we can't keep rocking. Whoops, sorry about the arm. There we go. All right. So, we're going to take this little door piece and we're going to slice it down to an appropriate door width, I believe. Some I can texture up. So we've got door fits right in there. Nice. And we can just cut that right in half. That's a good half amount. The doors now, I don't want to forget which direction they go. So let's just put windows are going to go in here. And I'm going to have the windows a little more to the center so that I know which one is which. There we go. And I'm going to get to cutting those out nicely. Well, glad you're back. Amazing builds since day one. Might give us some background on how you started in this hobby. Yeah, sure. How I got started. My wife just casually made a comment saying, "Hey, we should play D&D," and I was like, "Oh, yeah, that would be awesome." So I go, I buy the books, and I'm going through, and I see like, oh, you can do theater of the mind, or you can do miniatures. So I was like, okay, what is this miniatures? And I get hooked on the YouTube, and like just seeing what everybody's making, Pinterest, and I was like, this is crazy, I gotta try it. So I run up to my dollar store, I grab some like $15 worth of supplies, and I make my first model, and I absolutely fall in love. So that was 2.5 years ago, and I've been loving it ever since. A year of that I did take off just because of life and things like that. So yeah. Anyway, happy to be back. And yeah. I have always been into art and stuff, yeah. Just making things is in my blood. And this is like kind of like the ultimate creative, because you can make whole flippin' worlds. And I love it. So, yeah. Alright. So, we're just texturing up this door here. We got the windows cut in. And they're a little thick, but that's okay. The texturing does tend to bring them down in width, and you want to have a nice solid frame. There we go. People are still talking on TikTok through no video gone. All right, they're still talking. Nice. You can direct them all to the YouTube channel. This is where we're continuing to rock. So I'm just texturing out stuff. Anyway, yeah, no. So it's been a really fun hobby, and it's fun to just make whole worlds and get my art creativity out of me. You know, it's an outlet for me. It's therapeutic. And I love sharing it. That's why I'm on TikTok, I'm on YouTube, and I just love sharing it. So those are the doors there. So it's gonna be fun. And I could actually texture. Yeah, there we go. And I'm gonna have to frame in these windows somehow. So I think I might try out that method I was talking about. So, I have this granny great old jazz. What we're talking about. Can you, as viewers, mail me supplies? Yeah, sure. I'm in Canada, but if you want to mail me stuff, that's amazing. Well, actually, I don't know. I was like, I'd have to give it. Email me and we'll chat. Because I love. I actually just got another sponsorship for a new 3D printer, so that was fun. But if you want to send me anything, that's cool. You can also check out my website. I think there's a donate button on there, or it's on my TikTok. But if you want to support the channel, lots of ways to do that. But I appreciate the sentiment. So we're going to try and figure out how to get that little bit of grid in there. So that's going to be fun. You're out of a job. I'll have to get you as a moderator on there as well. Sorry, I don't know. Let's see here. So I'm not totally sure how I'm going to inset that in there. Maybe I'll do it from the one side. Let's try it out with my hot wand. We're going to do some testing here. So we're just burning about halfway through with the hot wire tool. And there. So that we can then take this piece and inset it into the door. Dun, dun, dun. So, and then we'll just slap on a frame on this thing. So that could be fun. That's cool, cool, cool. We could probably even burn that in a little bit more. Fragile work. There we go. Sorry for the silence because I've got to concentrate. Yeah, Jade is my moderator over on TikTok, but also on YouTube. Alright, so that's our prompto, and I think I'm going to want to have the frame on this side, that side to the door, because I think it looks good. So hopefully I got that right. I think I got it right, yeah. So we're going to grab the same trimming stuff that I use for the railing, I use for everything else. It's just this nice, quick. Oops, come on. There we go. A lot of detail framing and jazz. So let's duplicate this piece, flip so it's opposite. There we go. Flip, flop. And there we go. There we go. Alright, let's glue that on. And see how this goes. There we go. Put this piece up here. Over here. And then right on the bottom, but it's a little too wide, so we just quickly cutting right. There we go. Fun. There's a little captain door. We'll throw a little knob on that thing. Keep drawing from TikTok. What's up? Hey, hey. Welcome to the continuation of the live stream. Actually, oh, fun. What about this, guys? What if we took a toothpick and just went right through the center and just like a straight up like hinged it? I don't know if that's possible. I don't know if we could make it all the way through to the end, but what if what if that was it? And then you could just have it like whoop, 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 right? I mean, heck, you could almost just do it like clip, clip, turned. Not using you anymore. We could just clip, clip, clip here. And just put like these hinge spots on. Use those to kind of, I don't know how we're going to get it in there, but we'll figure it out. We'll figure it out. And then it can swivel on its own. Might have to shorten those up, but and then it could just be fun. All right, well, let's do some door handles, which I think we might have something here. This is from the previous one I already made. Let's just that's not a good door handle. Try that again. Let's just grab this and twist it around. Make a loop. Oh, that didn't work either, huh? How do I get that to just loop around? I just got to keep rotating. I see. There we go. So you just make a coil around it, and then you clip it at one end here, and then you'll get a ringlet that comes out perfect. Right like that. There's a perfect little ringlet. Okay. There's captain's quarter door hinge. Yeah, sorry, I am making a door hinge. I gotta look back at the comms every while, so if I get in the zone, it's because I just lost myself. All right, there we go. So now we got our little wire bits here. This tiny little, let's see if I can hold it up here. And if it focuses on this little bit there, I don't know if I'm making it there. Yeah, got a tiny little hinge thing here. So now I'm just going to take the eyelet, wrap it in that, hook it on the little U thing, grab our door, and just punch it through. There we go. And there, we've got our little door hinge. Let's see here. I'm just trying to scale that down so that I can see. There we go. Okay. So, yeah, we've got our tiny little door with a little hingy thing. Work in progress. Yeah. All right, well, let's see about getting this door in. And like I said, I don't know if it's going to be just like, I'm not totally sure how it's going to just slot in. And I'm going to pop this off for a second. And see, because maybe we can just have it slide in somehow. I mean, foam's flexible, so let's just pick it up a little. I mean, that kind of works for all intents and purposes. It's not perfect, but you know, we could cut it up there and then set it on top somehow or something like that, but that seems to work. All right, well, I'll buy it. Let's put this back on, grab our door. The captain's quarters are open. It doesn't have to be perfect too, because before I didn't even have captain. I didn't even have working doors. They were just like, yeah, you're inside now, the door's open. Right, so this one goes on that side like that, so let's burn our hole through it all. There we go. I think that works. And how many grids do we use? 3 from our little granny grid here. Got a little side with the toothpick. We'll have to see. And how many up did I go? We'll just cut a piece off. And it looks like I just gotta trim it down. It's almost bang on. There we go. There we go. Nice. Got our gridded window in. So let's just put that back. Actually, we can just leave it. There we go. And we're just going to get our frame and just put it right on there. There we go. And I think we're probably going to be wrapping it up with this as the final work. We've got our doors in. We made some great progress today. And I think that's where we're going to call it, because we're just going to be gluing those things on there, getting those in there. Anyway, thanks for watching, guys. Check me out on TikTok, YouTube, and, well, I mean, Instagram. I got all my links there, so. Thanks for watching, guys, and as always, keep on crafting.